time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this.
Welcome back to my channel. That was not supposed to look as creepy and cringy as it was supposed to be. Alright, let's go ahead and cut that. Okay, back to the fun stuff. For today's video, which is technically tomorrow's video, which is technically going to turn into tomorrow because it's currently 11:58 p.m. California time. I would have done this video a lot earlier, but had some issues on my street. Across the street, one house to the right, there's a cop car there. I got out the shower, I put my dogs, I loaded them up in their cages for bedtime. Boom, I walk in the room, it's just red and blue. I was like, what? Going to my room, take a peek out the blinds. I got the blinds down, I'm like 6 foot, so like I'm at the top blind, I'm like peeking down. Hopefully they don't spot me. And then a second cop car pulls up, and they're talking, and all I hear is, "I want to press charges today." This is like the third time cops have been at that house. Kinda hope I'm safe. There's like 8 people living there. Then an ambulance showed up, and then another ambulance showed up. And then some stretchers came out, and then 2 people got taken out on a stretcher. And then there was a guy that was detained in the back of the cop car, one of the cop cars at least. And then they let him go. And now it's all quiet on the Western Front. Perks to you if you know that movie. I actually haven't seen it. So today's video, it's actually not about me this time. Like, I'm a part of it, I guess, because like I've related to this. But it's not about me for once. Like my last 2 videos have been about me. I mean, the first one kind of has to do with me because it's the channel intro. I got to introduce myself. And then my second video, which was about my commercials. But now I'm going to be talking about something I think we all think about. All us actors and actresses kind of think about when we first start getting into the business. You know, if we're in the business already. Things that kind of might go through our mind. I'm going to be talking about like looks. And how people, at least how I deal with that. Because, you know, you think of Hollywood movie stars, you think of the chiseled abs, the sleek jaw lines, you know, your Channing Tatums, Ryan Reynolds, your Vin Diesels, your Rocks, The Rock, the Dwayne Johnsons, you know, stuff like that. Alright, so yeah, looks. As you can see, I am not a Channing Tatum. I'm not a Taylor Lautner. I'm not Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm not even Chris Pratt or anywhere in between that. I am just me. And everyone has like a unique look, I would say. I could go, I haven't been to, when I would go to auditions as a kid, everyone looked different. You know, everyone has their own look. A lot of people think looks is what makes it in Hollywood, which to some extent it does, you know. If a lot of people are going to relate, not going to relate, but they're going to see, you know, the chiseled ab Hollywood actor guy and be like, I want to be like him. I want to, you know, he's getting all these girls, you know, he's whipping it out. Come on, Jacob, you can't do that. In his Lambos and Ferraris, and a lot of people are like, you know, I wish I was that guy, I wish I had that look. But, you know, looks aren't always what gets you the role. I was watching an interview, I think it was with David Harbour, is one of his Stranger Things interviews, and he said that passion, I had to cut like 3 takes because I couldn't remember what he said, I had to look it up. Passion is what gets you a role. If you put passion into your interview, I'm paraphrasing here by the way, if you put passion and heart and effort into your interview, that is also more likely to get you the role than just looking good. I mean, there's plenty of people who aren't, you know, the chiseled abs, you know, sleek jawline, hot guy persona in Hollywood. Everyone knows that. You got, you know, I'm not bashing these people because they look ugly. I'm just saying they're not chiseled ab, you know, your typical Hollywood macho man. You know, you got, you know, Seth Rogen, Josh Gad, You know, like Vern Troyer, Jonah Hill. I mean, Jonah Hill goes from, you know, like your funny, you know, fat guy to, you know, your down to business suit skinny guy, you know, which I really give props to him that he's able to switch his body weight like that so frequently for a role as he needs. I find that I don't even think I could attempt to change my body weight that bad if I tried, even with like all that help and whatever, and whatever he does to obtain that. I tried just to get to 100 pounds when I was like a freshman in high school. I was sitting at like 80 up until like junior year, and now I'm at like 160, I think 160 something. You know, which I'm happy at. That's a normal weight for someone who's about 6 foot. I've looked it up. The doctors have told me. So yeah. So if you have doubts, did I just fucking hear someone? So if you have, you know, doubts about how you look, it's really not up to looks. There's a lot of roles out there that might require, you know, like special effects and, you know, like costumes and all that, where looks don't really matter. Don't know what that was in my voice, but you know, looks don't matter because you're covered in makeup and you're in a costume and whatever. Not saying that that's the kind of role you should go for, because there's a role for every person. You just have to be there at the right place at the right time. You have to wait for the perfect role for you. You know, I normally do these videos after taking a shower. It took a little longer because, like I said earlier, there's some lighting difficulties on my street. Like I'm freshly faced, you know, my hair is, you know, nice and soft and lightweight. You can see my acne. There's not much I can really do about that. I use the products that I use. It gets cleared up. It comes back. Everyone gets acne, you know. I'm not going to put makeup on it and hide it. I might do that if I'm going to like an audition, or I'm doing an audition. They might have, you know, makeup and hair, you know, to fix that up for me, reduce the redness or something like that. But you can't really hide acne that well. I mean, I don't, you know, I do all the things. I change my pillow sheet. You know, sometimes I do peel off mask, and I have oxy little pads. I have spot on treatment. I have face wash in the morning, and I have face wash at night. You know, you can do all these things. I still get acne. I mean, if there's some roles that, you know, like you would need acne if you're like a nerd, or, you know, you're just, I don't know what other roles would require acne, you know, IT, tech, something like that. You know, there's not a lot of roles with them, but there are roles with them. And, you know, something like this can easily be covered up with a little bit of makeup. Like, I also have a tattoo. Can you guys see? It's weird because, like, when I rotate my arm, you can't. Alright, I'm going in for the close-up. Hold up. Let me see if I can zoom in. Not zoom in, but autofocus. Yeah, I have a tattoo. And when I was at AMDA, they highly advised against tattoos because a lot of gigs and stuff don't like tattoos. They don't like tattoos in Hollywood, really. Unless you're Johnny Depp, then they'll do whatever it takes to cover them up because you're Johnny Depp. But there's products out there that I've seen. At least I've seen them on YouTube. It's like a little lipstick bar thing. It's like a lipstick bar thing, and they just run it across their tattoo, and it disappears. It looks like their skin color, which, you know, thankfully mine is super small. You guys saw it earlier. That can be done with minimal amounts of makeup. Not saying that if you have a larger tattoo that's bad. You just might have like to do something with wardrobe, you know, like a long sleeve shirt, or like the sleeves that people use for basketball. And you know, and some roles might require tattoos, so that's where they come in handy. You know, it's all about the role that you're going for. Sure, you could go for roles that say no tattoos and you have tattoos, I mean, I would go for a role that says no tattoos. Personally, I could, you know, put a little bit of some on my tattoo, and they won't even notice. I could wear like a long sleeve shirt, they wouldn't notice. It's not that hard to cover up a small tattoo, as it would be a large tattoo, like an entire sleeve. Which before I got back into acting, I was seriously considering getting a half sleeve that went to that tattoo, and then doing some type of band with it, and then going up from there and make another half sleeve up to my shoulder. But like I said, I'm trying to minimize that tattooness or tattoos. However it's it. I'm not gonna get another tattoo unless you know I can do it and I'm not acting and they don't care. You know, if I become as big as Johnny Depp, then I can get as many tattoos as I want, because I don't know how many rows of his, because he's got like a sleeves of tattoos, and they get covered up. I've never noticed them in the movies. A lot of his characters, I think, wear long sleeves. That's why, or they use makeup. I mean, if you're on a big budget movie, they have. I would assume they would have the budget to cover up tattoos. I also, okay, this is just a theory of mine. Bear with me. I think there's some type of like secret Hollywood acne treatment, to where like if you're like big in Hollywood, you can get some type of acne treatment and your acne, it just poof goes away. Don't ask me why I know this. Okay, I'll tell you. I follow 11 Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things on Instagram. She had an Instagram story that she had a little pimple or scab or something on the side of her nose. Not that big a deal. She's turning 14 in 2 days, I believe. I saw it on her Instagram. I'm not weird. And then like 3 days later, she was at the Calvin Klein show? I think it was a Calvin Klein show, and it was just gone in 2 days. I've never had acne go away in 2 days. So there's some type of Hollywood secret product out there. I swear on my Timbs, swear to Yeezy, there's some type of Hollywood like secret treatment out there. Anyways, another thing I think gets people is like braces. I have braces. I've had braces since the beginning of my senior year, so 2016. I have baby teeth that didn't come out. They had to get pulled. Adult teeth are like starting to barely come down. So when they come down, I'll have all my teeth. Won't need braces. They'll get straight. All that good stuff. And you know, although I don't see a lot of roles with braces, I know there's that one TV show with the one girl. I cannot for the life of me think of the name of the TV show. She's like an art designer, and she had braces and like black hair, I think. Anyways, there's roles out there for people with braces. I mean, you could always just have like a non-speaking role, and you don't really open your mouth. I mean, if that's what they want to put you in, then you know, I would take anything I can get, because you got to get your foot in the door, which I have with my 3 commercials, but that was a long time ago. I got to the door is like kind of open a little bit, so I got to enter in. I mean, I think all 3 of my commercials were SAG SAG payment? That's not the right word. SAG scale payment. That's what I was looking for. And my agent told me, he's like, if you do one more SAG scale commercial, you have to join SAG. Like that's how they do it. At least that's how they did it. I don't know anymore. So I didn't do any yet. So I don't know. I haven't been able to email or ask a question about this. If that still counts, if I do one more SAG commercial, like now, do I have to join SAG, or or does it like reset? I don't know. Don't quote me on this. I'm questioning questioning it myself.